September is almost over, and I've made $88,800 this month trading meme coin. We had some pretty crazy metas throughout this month, and I had a lot of good wins. I had a lot of bad losses. I had a lot of big round trips. But I want to talk about September as a whole for the month of trading meme coins and how it was. I want to go over all my trades, talk about the trenches, its current state, where I think it's headed. So I started off the month pretty rough. I made $13 this first day. I didn't really trade. I only had one trade here. Next day after that, I lost $3,000 punching. So, bad start to the month. On the third, I made 4K. So I was up like 1K overall. Then I made 12K on the fourth, which I think was because of this coin called Simp coin. Yeah, I started that day red, I believe, actually. Yeah, my first trade was One Village on the 4th of September. I tweet a lot about all my trades. I talk about them all the time in Potion as well. So One Village was a pretty rough one here. And we'll kind of go over all these trades and what happened. So my first trade that I got touched on this month was One Village. We had this huge meta, this new meta, CCM, Creator Capital Markets. So Pump Fund introduced new creator fees, which we talked about in my last video where I interviewed Alan, the founder of Pump Fund. And so because of these new creator fees, a lot of people wanted to come to Pump Fund and actually, stream and try to, make some money off of it. And so because of this, we had a ton, and I mean a ton of fake accounts coming up. Like people would make fake David Dobrik streams, fake Steve will do it streams, fake Togi streams, and honestly, it started this whole farm meta, which I'm sure if you're active on CT, you've seen the little tractor people. They farm all the time, and so this One Village streamer, he launched a coin. I couldn't tell whether it was real or not. I bought $400, 91K. I actually had a pretty early entry here, and then I guess he said like pump fund or whatever. I don't really remember the details of this. But as you can see here, I ended up buying all the way up to 500K market cap. And then I was selling on the way down, and I ended up losing here. 22 sold 4.5K. That was my first trade on September 4th. But literally right after that, we had Simp coin, I believe. And Simp coin was pretty good. It was another CCM. This whole month was just completely creator capital markets. That's what this whole month was focused on. And Simp coin was a coin that used all the fees generated from the Pump Fund coin to donate. They made $86,000, and they used all this money to donate it to girls on Twitch, simping for them. It was pretty funny. And I guess they're still doing it. Look, like 21 hours ago, they're actually like still doing this, I guess. And yeah, I thought it was a good narrative. I got in at 50K, super early entry, by the way, and I ended up getting out of this coin at 600K. I do think it went higher. I called this in Potion at 50K as well, by the way. Yeah, this went a lot higher actually. It ended up going up to 1.4 mil. So I could have made a lot more on this, but I made 18K, 90 Solana on it. Really, that's what this whole month consisted of. It was just a ton of CCM plays. Just following up through here, after that big day, we kind of had some smaller trades. Didn't trade too much here. Made like $1,000 on the 6th. I lost some money over the weekend. Lost 11 grand on the 8th. And I want to go see what that was. I don't really remember what I lost that much money on. I don't think it was like one big thing I lost a lot of money on, because I actually streamed this day, and I think I was just getting like, oh my gosh, okay, I remember. I was actually live streaming this day, and I think I can go ahead and show you the clip of what exactly happened. I think it'll be good if we watch this in real time. I was playing music, so I'm not going to have the audio on. But as you can see here, I was streaming Trunching. Sometimes I do this, very rarely. A tweet comes out saying that the French government has officially collapsed. I think that's what it was. And obviously a ton of French coins started coming out, and we'll go ahead here. It comes out, as you can see here, all of new pairs are French CTO, right? This is pretty big news. So I start buying a few, and French government collapses. That's what the news was. I started buying a few of them. We'll put this in like 2x speed, by the way, because it was just like way too many going on. As you can see here on this one, I'm up like 5 to 10 soul on that wick, but like, bro, in this meta, you just have to like watch out for vamps. So I'm not taking any profits here. I end up losing a lot of money on this one. There's another one that's going up called French Takeover. I ended up losing on that one too. Another one called Operation Tricolore. And because of this, I think on this one, it ends up going much higher, the French one. Yeah, look, I get completely rinsed. I lose 10 soul right there. This one's going down. I lose 3 soul right there. I just insta-sold. And Operation Tricolore ends up being the one that's winning. Yeah, as you can see, I just let out a sigh of pain. But yeah, I got extremely cooked on tweet plays. Look, tweet tracker plays are just not the meta anymore. Unless you're getting some like crazy Elon Musk tweet, it's just like not really the wave. And I end up losing a lot on that day. I ended up taking a break on that next day because I just got like completely touched on chain. That next day, I hop on for 7 trades, make $1,000, and then the day right after that, or no, actually no, I'll tell you what happened. On the 9th, Kind Coin comes out, and I hold this coin for 2 days. Now let me talk to you about Kind Coin, another CCM meta play. Oh my God, this is gonna hurt to this is gonna hurt to see, boys. It's gonna hurt to see. I buy this coin that I get extremely bullish on. I call it over on my Telegram. I'll go ahead and show you guys right now. I actually have two calls here. So on September 8th, I call Kind Coin. And then I called Streamer Coin, which we'll talk about after. And yeah, as you can see here by this chart, I bought 20 grand worth of Kind Coin at 900K. Okay. I sold all of it around 3 to 4 mil, which netted me a P&L of $50,000. I was so bullish on this coin. I mean, I talked about this on my vlog. If you guys, I have a vlog channel. I'll talk about this later on. And 2 days after I sell, so I sell on September 11th, on September 13th, and some starts shilling it, and a ton of those like bullish catalysts happened towards this coin. And from where I sold it, ended up peaking 10x more. I could have made almost 500 grand on Kind Coin. This one hurts because I was just so bullish. I was telling all my friends, I was like telling everybody, like, yo, this is the fucking one. You need to buy this. I texted TGR, yo, you gotta fucking buy this. Went much, much higher without me, unfortunately. And yeah, but I obviously still had a huge, huge cook. Um, and that got me some momentum for the month. After that, I was just like, look at this, like 2K, 2K, $600, 23K, a full day of trenching, 140 trades on that day, and there was nothing big this day. I think it was just like a bunch of things just adding up, adding up, adding up. Which my top 100 here was Vibe Coder. It was I think this was on a different day actually, but it was Vibe Coder, another coin created by another by Meta Alchemist, who's like very big on CT. And I saw he had made a pump fund coin. I was like, bro, like I'm super early to this. He's the founder of Cetify, and my CT knowledge, my knowledge of knowing who's big on crypto Twitter, is really the thing that helps here. Like I'm gonna be completely honest. Like without knowing who these people are, I don't think I would have cooked as hard as I did. But yeah, just honestly, tons of small wins like Penis Coin. This guy was walking around live streaming himself in a penis costume. Clipper Coin, they were giving all the fees generated by their pump fund coin back to the community. Roy Coin, a big Instagram artist, made a coin. Um, Billboard Coin, they were using all the fees to put up people on billboards, including myself. They did that too. Rage Babe Coin, they were walking around live streaming on Pump Fund, rage baiting people. Look, the common factor here is all these coins that performed well this month were all streamer coins. And speaking of streamer coin, there was a coin that was using the fees. Look, there was a coin that was using all the fees generated on Pump Fund to donate. This went to like 30 mil. I don't know why the chart is like not popping up or whatever. There was another coin, Bagwork, that went like 50 mil, and now it's sitting here at 5 mil. I don't know why the charts are bugging. I don't know what's going on right now, but just some absolute like crazy runners. I think it's this one. Yeah, yeah. Bagwork ended up going 50 mil. I mean, look at the bubbles. Look, I'll show you exactly everybody who I was tracking trading this. Like, look how many bubbles are on this chart. Top trader on this. Solo was the second top trader on this. He made 340K. Solo's a go follow him on Twitter at SoloXBT. Look, every single coin that ran this month was all streamer coins. That was the common factor, and I personally think that that's how things are going to continue. I think Pump Fund has been heads down, not really tweeting too much, and I think they've been cooking up a way to make these streams better. And because there's actually good quality streams that aren't getting the attention that they should be, and I think they know that, and they're working hard on making something happen here. Yeah, after that, I lost 2K, I lost 4K, then I made 6K, made 2K, 4K, 4K, lost 1K. Today I'm up 1.8K just selling some stuff I was holding. But I had one trade that I played terribly, boys. I was super bullish, as I said earlier in this video, on StreamQuest. I played this one really bad. I'm gonna be completely honest here. I gathered like 2% of this coin at around a mil. Okay, and let me just like this chart doesn't look that bad, but if we go to the 1 hour chart, it looks pretty fucking bad. I gathered a lot of this coin at a mil, and it kept going down, and I gathered even more at 700K, and I kept gathering and gathering. I was just buying on the way up, and then guess what? It like mega pumps because Kai Cenat talked about StreamQuest, and it went up to 3 mil. I sold a little bit, but then I kept buying on the way down because I thought, yo, this coin's pretty good. I ended up setting my whole position because, like, bro, also this is a 1 hour chart, so like there's a lot of time like in between here. This is like September 19th. This is already September 21st at like almost nighttime. It's like 48 hours goes by here, nothing's happening. But I know this is one of those coins that required catalyst. I fully sell my position. It ends up going back to all-time highs. And look, currently on this coin, I'm still holding it. I'm down 6K, but I had invested 50K. I mean, up here, I would have been up. I was up 75K at one point. I think I had the clip of my vlog camera out where I was up Jenny, and I just thought this coin was gonna keep going up. And as you can see here, my whole chart now has just been buying the whole fucking way down, and this coin might be cooked. But you know, unfortunate things, bro. I could have ended the month up, over 100K. I mean, I still can. There's like 4 or 5 days left, and to make 12K, it's very, very, very possible. But I'm heading over to Singapore tomorrow for Token 2049. So I don't know how much trading I'll be doing, but it is very possible. But that's why I wanted to make this video reviewing all my trades, and talking about it. But look, this video is not over yet. Those are all my Solana trades. We had a very, very, very hot moment here on Aster. I need to give a huge shout out to my boy Cooker. Cooker ended up cooking. I mean, I think he's talked about this, over 8 figures, over $10 million on a trade he called out publicly on the timeline. You need to follow this guy. He's a fucking goat. So I think, he starts calling out Aster, and there's a very funny, I think I tweeted about it a few days ago. So Cooker's one of my good friends here, and he tweets out, he was telling me he put 500K, and he pinged everyone in our group chat in case in case y'all ignoring me. I'm pinging everyone. I'm up 200K, and I was too busy trying to play Rocket League with Tim. He's calling Aster here at 0.17. Okay, that's when his initial call was. And I think his earliest tweets here about it are, yeah, look, at 0.17. He is calling Aster publicly on the timeline, telling all the boys in his group chats, like, boys, this is super undervalued. I completely ignored him. He ended up making over $10 million on this trade. Many, many people did. And this caused a bunch of generational opportunities in the trenches. Aster was a coin that is a hyperliquid competitor on BNB. And let's see if we can find the DEX. I don't know what their Twitter is. I muted the word Aster on my timeline because I just couldn't see all these P&Ls. It hurt to see all the P&Ls. But yeah, this DEX is officially backed by Binance. CZ, the owner of Binance, was shilling it, one of the biggest people in all of crypto ever. And I think it topped out at like 2.4 mil. Let me look it up and see here. I'm using Dex Screener right now. I think currently it is at 2.1, topped out at 2.4, may re-8th, who knows. Anyways, because of this though, there were tons and tons and tons of runners on BNB, and I traded 2 of them only. I made like 2 to 3 BNB on Giggle. Went to like 40 mil. I think I caught it like at 5, yeah, around here. But I ended up selling this super, super early. And then Rice, I ended up calling in Potion. I made like 3 BNB on this. I'm just not good at sizing in on BNB. That's the problem. With a lot of these coins, you have to size them big. I'm still used to tossing 1 to 2 soul in the new pair trenches and hoping for the best, honestly. But yeah, I called this one in Potion, I think around here at 25 mil. Let me put market cap on. I think that's where 25 mil is though. Yeah, around here. It actually ended up dipping, but I was lucky enough to sell like around here. Made a few BNB on that. Documented that whole thing. Yeah, BNB. Look, we had a big Aster stimmy, right? Like a whole bunch of Solana trenchers were way earlier than all the perp guys onto Aster. A lot of these guys just made millions upon millions of dollars. We have the pump fund airdrop coming soon. I think with a combination of this plus pump fund working on bettering their creator capital market meta, I think it's going to be really good here for the next few months. I have one thing to say though. Look, even if you feel like meme coins aren't like super, super hot right now, you need to stick in crypto because crypto has so many different opportunities, like those BNB trenches, Aster, stable coin that the Tether founder is backing, Plasma coin yesterday gave like a fucking 10x liquid, I think, for everybody who invested. It was just like, there are so many opportunities going on right now in crypto. You can't just be like looking at the Solana trenches. You need to open your eyes a little bit more. And that's something I got to get personally better on as well. But boys, yeah, look, that's really it. Like these are all the trades I took. You can look on chain. And honestly, I'm hoping for the trenches just to get hot again. I really think that they will. I think this Aster Stimmy plus pump on airdrop. That's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys learned a little bit something about like my thought process on why I took some of these trades, how the meta played out in September. Let me know how much money you made or lost in the comment section down below during trading meme coins in September. The month isn't over yet. You could definitely turn that around or make even more money. Boys, I'm heading over to Token 2049 Singapore. I'm sure I'll see a few of you there. Anyways, if you guys want to watch that vlog and all my recent vlogs, I will leave my vlog channel in the first link in the description down below. It's been your boy Orangie, and I'm out.